Now settle in, because tonight's News Around segment dives into one of the most fragile and fascinating turns in Turkish celebrity romance. This is not another tabloid whisper, it's a story built on one word that detonated across the industry like a spark in a dry forest. That word was mistake. And the people caught in the fire are Barış Arduç and Elsen Sangu, a duo who once turned a TV script into living legend. For years, fans have treated every glance between them as proof of destiny. From the laughter on the set of Breakups to the off-screen chemistry that blurred the line between acting and affection, they became the embodiment of televised love. But this time, the drama isn't being broadcast from a studio set, it's unfolding behind closed doors, through statements, silences, and the undeniable weight of public curiosity. So what happened? Let's rewind. After months of speculation, the whispers of a reunion between Barış and Elsen had finally become visible. The clues were subtle, synchronized playlists, quiet likes, photos that seemed to echo each other. Fans connected dots faster than any journalist could, and soon, it felt like the love story that defined a decade was scripting its second season. Then came the sighting, one frame, two faces, and millions of beating hearts. They were back. At least, that's what everyone believed. But just as the fairytale glow began to return, the storm rolled in from the most unexpected place, not from gossip columns or ex-lovers, but from Elsen's own representative. According to insiders, in what was meant to be a private exchange, Elsen's manager reportedly expressed frustration about the reconciliation. One comment, allegedly off the record, painted the reunion as an emotional mistake. It was supposed to stay between friends. It didn't. That single phrase leaked into the media bloodstream, and overnight, it mutated from a whisper into a headline. Elsen's team regrets her reuniting with Barış Arduç. It was explosive, invasive, and impossible to ignore. Suddenly, everyone had an opinion. Was the manager protecting her client or overstepping into her private life? Was Elsen's heart being managed like a career portfolio? Social media split like a fault line. One side said, she's in her prime, she needs to focus on her art. The other fired back, let her live her life, she doesn't owe anyone productivity. And in between all that noise stood two people who had tried, more than once, to build something real under the unrelenting gaze of the public. Behind the scenes, those close to Elsen described the comment as deeply personal. The manager, they say, didn't mean cruelty, she meant caution. Elsen's calendar is full, her name is rising faster than ever, and momentum in the entertainment world can be as fragile as affection. Timing is everything. But when that reasoning left the privacy of her team and became public property, the meaning twisted. The nuance vanished, and what was left sounded cold, as though a feeling had been downgraded to an error. Barış's reaction, reportedly, was instant and emotional. He was said to be disappointed, even hurt, not because of the public debate, but because someone so close to Elsen had publicly reduced their connection to a mistake. In his view, love isn't a campaign risk, it's a choice two adults make, no press release required. As one friend paraphrased his mood, our relationship belongs to us. No one else gets to grade it. That line has since circulated online as a quiet act of defiance. No direct mention of Barış, no hint of scandal, yet every line feels like it's written from a heart under scrutiny. Her followers decode each post like lyrics to an unreleased song. Some see heartbreak. Others see strength. And all of them keep watching. Let's remember where this all began. Breakups wasn't just a show, it was a phenomenon. Their chemistry was lightning in a bottle. Spontaneous, believable, addictive. Every smile, every hesitation, Every almost touch made audiences believe that what they saw on screen couldn't possibly be acting alone. After the show ended, both stars pursued separate paths, yet their names never fully separated in public memory. Every new co-star, every red carpet moment, every offhand comment was weighed against the legend of them. So when the two reunited recently, fans didn't just celebrate a romance, they celebrated nostalgia, hope, and the illusion that some stories really do circle back to the beginning. The supposed statement about mistake has now morphed into a larger question. Can a woman at the height of her career choose both ambition and affection without being accused of losing focus? Some argue the manager was only trying to protect Elsen from emotional turbulence at a critical time. Others call it a patronizing double standard, the idea that men can balance work and love, but women must choose. Barış supporters point out that he's known for his discretion and integrity. He doesn't play the fame game loudly. His respect for Elsen has always been visible, subtle but unmistakable. So when someone implied that her feelings were bad timing, it hit him where it hurts most, at the intersection of pride and protection. Old interviews are resurfacing, and people are analyzing every look, every laugh, every past red carpet clip for clues. Has Elsen's gaze changed? Did Barış's tone soften in his last press event? In the court of public fascination, even silence becomes evidence. But those who actually know them describe something gentler, a couple trying to navigate chaos without losing each other. Friends claim they've taken time away from the noise, long walks, quiet conversations, no entourage, no statements. Just space to breathe. And maybe, that's the real headline nobody's printing: two people choosing stillness in a world addicted to sound. In this case, the alleged remark blurred that distinction. Even if it was meant with care, it carried the sting of authority, a reminder that fame often means your heart is treated like a headline, your choices like brand decisions. For Elsen, who's built a career on depth and authenticity, this may feel like the one narrative she didn't script. In recent days, both stars have gone quiet, no public appearances, no interviews. Insiders describe this as a boundary phase, not a breakup. They're letting the noise burn itself out before deciding how, or if, to respond. But fans are restless. Will they issue a joint statement? Will Elsen's team clarify the mistake quote? Or will silence remain the most elegant answer? The irony is that every caption Elsen shares now doubles as a headline. Simplify, she wrote under a photo of her morning tea. Return to yourself. It reads less like a cryptic message and more like a compass, a way of finding center when the world demands drama. Strip away the glamour, the PR, the speculation, and what's left is something deeply human. Two people learning to protect what's theirs. Because maybe the true test of love isn't whether it's perfect, it's whether it survives when everyone else has an opinion about it. As one insider put it, they're not performing for the crowd this time. They're performing for each other. So tell us, news around viewers. Was the manager right to speak her mind, or was that crossing a sacred line? Can love and career coexist in the spotlight, or does fame always demand sacrifice? Is this the beginning of another breakup, or a turning point toward something stronger? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because this story isn't finished, it's just changing form. For now, one truth remains. Elsen Sangu and Barış Arduç have always shared a rare kind of chemistry, one that doesn't fade under pressure but glows differently each time the light shifts. Whether this mistake marks an ending or a new beginning, one thing is certain: everyone's still watching, still hoping, still wondering if love, this time, will get to finish the story it started. This is News Around, where we don't just follow the headlines, we read between the silences.